I'm Elsie.
And I'm Debbie.
And we're Two Sisters Southern Cooking.
I'm going to give you a delicious recipe that includes chicken, carrots, and potatoes, and I'm going to create this little auju with ranch seasoning and milk, and it's going to be so good. And I've also got some cream of chicken. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and mix my liquid ingredients together, which would be all my powders, which would be my brown gravy. I'm going to put in a tablespoon of Worcestershire to make it like an auju, and then I'm going to add in the ranch seasoning, and we're going to add in milk, and we're going to also add in the cream of chicken. Then I'm going to bring over the crock pot insert, put the chicken in, the potatoes in. I left the skins on the potatoes, by the way. And I have the baby carrots. So I have 2 cups of that, and we have 2 of the larger russet potatoes, and I diced them in like maybe 1 to 2 inches and left the skins on. You can take the skins off if you want to. It's a personal preference if you like. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and get my cream of chicken in here. You're going to think I'm all over the place with my seasonings here because I have like a beef auju and I've got cream of chicken, but it's going to be so good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and add in 2 cups of milk. Now, this is going to cook down, and we can cook this between 4 to 5 hours on high or 6 to 8 hours on low. It's up to you. I like the Hidden Valley Ranch. You can use any kind of seasoning you like. 1 packet is sufficient. And the reason for mixing this all in a bowl is because you're going to pour it over top of your ingredients when you get everything loaded up in your crock pot insert. I hope you guys are having a blessed starting of a summer, because it feels like summer right now, but even though it's still spring, it feels like summer outside here in middle Georgia. All right. And last but not least, let's do a little Worcestershire. There is a lot of sodium and seasonings in the ranch seasoning and the brown gravy, so you want to be careful with adding too much salt and pepper, but if you feel like you need salt and pepper when this is all done, you're more than welcome to add salt and pepper to taste. All right. I know it looks a little clumpy right now because of all the cream of chicken in here. We're actually going to cook this. I think I'm going to do it for probably about maybe 6 hours because our chicken is actually kind of small. So I'm going to go ahead and put my potatoes in, and then I'm going to go ahead and add all my carrots, and then I'll put my chicken breast over top. And I don't have anything to pick it up with, so I have to be very careful not to transfer any kind of chicken stuff to somewhere else. These are kind of small chicken thighs. I use thighs. You can use breast if you want to, but I use thighs because thighs have a better flavor. And that's just my preference. You can use whatever you want. I use skinless, boneless. All right. And we're just going to pour this over top of here. Oh, this is going to be so good, y'all. And once the cream of chicken starts to get hot and it starts to melt, it's going to marry all the flavors together. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on my crock pot, and I'm going to cook it for 6 hours on low. And if it's not done by 6 hours, then I will go ahead and bump it up to high and maybe do an hour on that, and then we will go ahead and get ready to serve it for supper. So we'll see you when it is.
Hey y'all, so I am going to taste test this
chicken, potatoes, and carrots. So it is very hot.
Yeah, it is. And the chicken literally shredded.
Yeah, it did. Mmm. That is so good. I'm gonna try a carrot. It's really, really good. This is a nice meal that you can do while you're working. You can put it in the crock pot before you leave home. Get home and it's done.
Yeah, I strongly recommend 8 hours on it because you definitely want to make sure your carrots and potatoes are done.
Right.
Chicken will cook pretty quickly, but it's the vegetables that you need to make sure are done. And they are perfect.
Very, very good.
I'm Elsie.
And I'm Debbie.
And we're Two Sisters Southern Cooking.
Please like, share, and subscribe.
Thank you.